The blank verse. Okay, in English literature we always find this kind of word, and in the examination also you can be asked what is blank verse, or what do you understand by this word, the blank verse, or write a short note on the blank verse. So first of all, just focus on the word blank. Verse, you know very well what does it mean, that is poetry or poem, and blank, that is vacant. Okay, there is an absence or there is a vacancy, that is completely vacant, it is blank. So what is blank? Verse is blank. When we say that verse is blank, or there is an absence, there is a vacancy, or the vacant. What is vacant? Means the rhyme. When we don't find any kind of rhyme, okay, there is an absence of rhyme, or there is the rhyme is vacant, then we say that the blank verse, means verse is blank or verse is vacant, means the rhymes are blank or the rhymes are vacant. So we can say in short that the blank verse means, or the blank verse is a verse in which the rhymes are blank. Okay, the verse in which rhymes are blank or the rhymes are vacant, that is called the blank verse. So the blank verse, it is always written in unrhymed iambic pentameter. If within few words you have to answer that what is the blank verse, within few words, in a very short question, okay, that always carries only 1 mark or 1.5 mark, then within few words you can answer just like this, that the blank verse is written in unrhymed, okay, unrhymed iambic pentameter. So originally blank verse was used in Italy. It was used in Italy, and in England it was the Earl of Surrey who belonged to the 16th century. Okay, the Earl of Surrey, he used metrical lines because it is always written in iambic pentameter. So Earl of Surrey, he used metrical lines but without rhyme. Okay, there was no rhyme. He used metrical lines but there was no rhyme, and in which, in his translation, when he translated Virgil's Aeneid, Earl of Surrey translated Virgil's Aeneid in 1543, and for that he used metrical lines but without rhyme. And later it came to be called, it came to be known as blank verse, right? Later it came to be known as the blank verse, means there is no rhyme. And after the Earl of Surrey, after him Sackville and Norton, they used in Gorboduc, that was a play in 1562. It was now Sackville and Norton, they used the blank verse in their play named Gorboduc. And it also gave the poets freedom from the artificial restraint of rhymes, because most of the poet, they regard that it is an artificial device. If we use rhyme, that is not compulsory, that is not necessary, or there is no need to use the rhyme. So this is why that when the blank verse came, most of the poet, they just felt freedom, liberty from this kind of using device of using rhyme. So it gave the poets freedom from the artificial restraint of rhymes. Christopher Marlowe, William Shakespeare, John Milton, they also used it. And Christopher Marlowe, he became the mighty line. Okay, blank verse, we can say that blank verse became in the hands of Marlowe the mighty line. It is always said that blank verse became the mighty line in the hands of Christopher Marlowe. So Marlowe, Shakespeare and Milton, they also used blank verse in their drama, in epic, and even Wordsworth and Tennyson and T.S. Eliot, they also used the blank verse in their works. So blank verse in English prosody, it is a poetic line. Blank verse is a poetic line of a particular meter followed by another unrhyming line of the same meter. Okay, of the same meter, that is iambic pentameter. So, it is a poetic line of a particular meter followed by another unrhyming line of the same meter, and that is why that it is always unrhymed. Okay, unrhymed means there is no rhyme. Unrhymed iambic pentameter. Penta, that is 5, penta, that is 10 feet and 5 feet and 10 syllables. Okay, penta, that is 5, and penta means 5 feet and 10 syllables. So, it is iambic pentameter. Now, the unrhymed verse of 5 feet, we can understand in a very simple verse, just like this. You can write in the exam also only these lines, that the blank verse is the unrhymed. The unrhymed verse of 5 feet. Okay, 5 feet is called blank verse. What is blank verse? The unrhymed verse of 5 feet, because it is pentameter. 5 feet is called blank verse, and each line of such verse, which verse? Blank verse, is an iambic pentameter, right? Each line of such verse is an iambic pentameter. In other words, we can say that each blank verse line is made up of 5 iambic feet and the 10 syllables, and the first syllable of each feet is unaccented. The first syllable of each feet is unaccented. When we say that the first syllable of each feet is unaccented, means the second syllable is accented. Okay, the first one is unaccented, unstressed, and the second syllable is always stressed or accented. So, now in short, what is the blank verse? Blank verse means a verse in which the rhymes are blank or the rhymes are vacant, and it is always we can say that in a iambic pentameter line. Okay, blank verse is an iambic pentameter line, and it always consists of 5 feet, because it is pentameter, 5 feet and 10 syllables, each of 2 syllables, right? Each of 2 syllables, of which the second one is stressed. The first one is unstressed and the second one is stressed, means the first syllable of each feet is unaccented and the second syllable of each feet is accented or stressed. So, in each line there are 10 syllables and 5 feet. So, this is the blank verse written in unrhymed iambic pentameter. Unrhymed iambic pentameter.